Good morning to all our to our guest, our activists, BCM activists, and others who have joined it. So today will be the last talk of the series of our Science Week, which we have been observing since 20th of February 2022, and it is very satisfying so far. And the last topic today is on a novel treatment or therapy of cancer. So we all are excited to listen to it, Dr. Prabodh Kumar Swami. And he has been a scientist in microbiology of par repute. He was in US for a pretty long time, and he has moved back to India to serve our country. So I will not talk much about the things. I am not an expert there. So I will leave it to Dr. Prabodh Swami to start. And we'll have the session something around 40-45 minutes. After that, this floor will be open for to take up the questions. Please don't hesitate to ask any questions. And sometimes I feel uh, our questions are bogus, but questions are never bogus. Sometimes answers could be bogus. So don't hesitate. Any question, anything could be very silly. It could be a path-breaking question also. So we will all engage and we all will be learning. So please, sir, Dr. Prabodh Kumar Swami, I invite you to start it without further delay. And I
Thank
think we
you.
all will be just switching off our cameras and mute our audio.
Thank you, Srinivas bhai. ମୋତେ ବେଳେବେଳେ ଲାଗେ ଯେ there are a lot of good and enthusiastic people around. ଖାଲି ମାନେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ନୁହେଁ, ଇଭେନ୍ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି. I could even see few names over here. କଥା ହେଉଛି ଯେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ସହିତ କନେକ୍ଟ କରିକି we should move ahead. ଏଠି should I will take it out. କାହିଁକି ନା ଶ୍ରୀନିବାସ ଭାଇ ବହୁତ ବଢିଆ endeavor କରୁଛନ୍ତି just to familiarize the science. ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ବି ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯୋଡ଼ିକି ରହିକି that's the team what they have made, rather the army. I think ମୁଁ ବି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭାବୁଥିଲି I never realized the army, such a supportive army is already exist in Odisha. Briefly ମୁଁ କେତେଟା share କରୁଥିଲି what I plan to do Srinivas ଭାଇଙ୍କ ସହିତ. So that was with the sole purpose ତାଙ୍କର ସହିତ ଯେତିକି interaction ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ମୁଁ ଯେତିକି ଜାଣିଛି through other sources, he is a very cooperative, proactive person. So life ରେ ଭଲ କାମ କରିବାକୁ ହେଲେ I think we need a team, not only him, the entire team who are proactive and supportive to do the good work. So with that brief, rather say supportive words or the compliments, let me go to the today's discussion topic. So is it visible or should I make it full screen? I think it is all right.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So ଆଜି ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଟା discussion କରିବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି, it is basically on cancer therapy and different intervention strategies. So ମୁଁ title ଏଇଥି ଯୋଗୁ ଦେଇଛି ଯେ transition, because it is really a transition and it has make a very you can say impact making transition in last 20 years. So cancer विषय बेसी किछि माने I intentionally I thought everybody knows cancer and there is a emotional panicness associated with the cancer, but I don't want to reduce that panicness. Rather, I want to supplement a thread of hope at the end, so that if that panicness can be subsided or maybe masked to some extent, to give some hope to everybody. So begin with, we know cancer, it's a group of diseases caused by uncontrolled cell proliferation and migration. That's the major cause, irrespective of which cancer we are talking about. More than 19 million people in worldwide are diagnosed in 2020. It is not going down. It's still increasing by every passing years. So if you put those numbers in terms of incidence, it is 1 in 3 are cancer patient, and it is estimated to increase by 20% in the next 2 decades. This is definitely too alarming for everybody. So now it is no more confined to only aged population. Even the younger population are also getting victim of these debilitating diseases world over. Definitely the incidences are increasing steadily for last 50 years. But interestingly, the proportion of cured patients as estimated, these cured patients, those are estimated in terms of a 5-year span good life or survival after they are diagnosed with cancer. Those population are also steadily increasing, which was less than 1/3 few years back or few decades back, has gone up to 2/3 in the same period. That means in the last 50 years. So now comes where there was a turning point began. The turning point began with the concept, because when you have to control such a disease, you come up with the innovative ideas and you start observing and implementing those ideas. So one of the key idea what make the transformation was when infectious stimulus were given to the body immune system tried to manufacture certain factors which in turn start killing those infections or start these tumor rejections or start killing the tumors. So that clue or that observation gave birth to lot of other ideas which in turn now translated into therapy, particularly in the last 20 years what I'm talking about. So these breakthrough intervention strategies are necessary to tackle a disease like cancer, because now you know that a single therapy doesn't have the potentiality to tackle cancer, because most of the times it is heterogeneous. It starts with a single cell, then it keep proliferating. At every proliferating stage, the cell nature changes. In turn, when you have a big mass of cancer, it is not a homogeneous single type of cell. It is a heterogeneous cell involving many pathways, involving many factors. So to tackle such scenarios, you have to hit the target or the cancer in multiple ways. Again, just to give a strategy, globally, 1 in 5 people develop cancer during their lifetime. So if you put it in terms of men and women, 1 in 8 men are affected and 1 in 11 women are affected with these cancers. Looking at the predominance in women, definitely breast cancer account for major chunk of cancer incidences. Similarly, lung cancer accounts a major chunk of lung and prostate cancer account a major chunk of cancer found in men. But if you look at the Indian scenario, I think there is a significant rise in head and neck cancer in Indian population so far men are concerned. Gender-wise progression, you see in a year from 1990 to maybe up to 2010, there was a steady it's a spike of different incidences, which subsequently get a blunt off to some extent. It's because of now there are major intervention strategies are available globally. So the single there are several factors associated, but most of these factors what people they have narrowed down in a holistic fashion when all those data were put together and analyzed. It was aging population and socio-economic risk factors are the major contributors of the cancer that was observed globally. Aging population, because in aging population, actually what happened, if you look at the cancer, it is mostly your immunological system which is associated with cancer. So there are several enzymes, several pathways. They get actually fatigued or they start functioning in a much reduced fashion than what it could imagine at the younger population. So we know as we breathe, as we speak, every second there are a lot of mutations happen in the body. Body has the mechanism to get rid of those mutations by using its own defense mechanism or getting the junk out from the system. But as you grow old, those mechanisms or enzymes they don't work that efficiently. So in the process, all your junk or mutation which otherwise get rectified in a seamless fashion get accumulated, affect other cells. That in turn contribute to the cancer. Let me caution. Cancer is not hereditary. Cancer is spontaneous. So there this spontaneity actually become a challenge to tackle the cancer. So coming to different treatments, because our topic is about the transition of the treatment therapy. So we have
I'm
many.
sorry to intervene. Your slides are not moving.
It's not moving.
No.
Yes, we are in the first opening slide still.
Oh. Let me redo it.
Yes, sir. Now it's on fifth slide.
It's the fifth slide. Okay. I'll then manually I'll move it. Shall I go back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Second slide, please, sir. So let us start. We have not seen it.
Okay. So this is the second slide.
Yeah.
Okay. So I talk about the number of incidences and how it is distributed and how it is increasing. So the hope is as the cancer incidences are increasing steadily, the therapeutic intervention and the percentage of cure are also increasing in a gradual fashion. So that is providing us the hope that we can have a intervention. So it is now on the next slide. Can you see it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So again, I distributed in terms of the type of cancer incidences. In female, it is mostly breast cancer. That's the major chunk. Of course, there are other cancers. Similarly, the major chunk of cancer are categorized to be lung and prostate cancer in male. Looking at the gender-wise progression, so it is now almost steady or decreasing depending on the type of cancer we are talking to. Now coming to the type of treatment.
Sir, fourth slide, sir. Again, back to fourth slide, sir.
Okay. Any question?
Yeah, actually, we will forget that Um, Actually, it is a revealing for us. I thought over the years the cancer incidence has been increasing alarmingly. But as from your slide, what I see is from 1975 to 2015, uh, either it is stable or it is decreasing, except the prostate cancer of males, which had a very large peak in 1990.
So data what I could get, though it is a 2020 publications, but the data has come up to 2015. Probably in 7 years, it may change a little bit if you'll go for the different types. That's what I could also saw in the result.
So 1990, there is a peak in male prostate cancer. Again, it
Right,
reduced.
right. So
Spike
that,
is
that
there. Is there any correlation, any cause, or any particular geography, or anything? Any idea, sir?
no, I don't know. I might be, but maybe in that review they have not covered it.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
they have
Otherwise,
just shown the pattern. It's not only in 1990, it has extended up to even 2010, 25, 6, up to 6.
right, right.
So
Okay.
coming to different type of treatment. So we have hormone therapy. Uh, we have surgery, that is the general practice everybody do. Then we have bone marrow transplantation, chemotherapy. Then when we talk about the targeted therapy, actually the cell therapy, immunotherapy, they also fall in the category of those targeted therapy. And then you have radiation therapy. So all these therapies, they have progressed in terms of their practice and also adopted alone or in combinations to have a better outcome or a better result. Just like a surgery never operated just like a surgery, just single alone intervention strategy. So chemo is also part of that, hormone is also part of that, and also radiation is part of that. So it is as a combination. Most of these um, intervention strategies are adopted to have a positive outcome. Then coming to when I talk about the combination, the primary treatment strategy, what most of the people uh, adopt or recognize, is the surgery. In addition to that, you might have heard about the term of adjuvant therapy, neoadjuvant therapy. In most of the context, people they use supportive and palliative therapy, but I intentionally put it in the category of integrative therapy, because when somebody heard about supportive and palliative therapy, they think this is the last stage of the patients. Nothing is going to happen, so you go for whatever possible at your home. So I think that is not the correct way of putting it. It's rather a integrative therapy where still there is hope. That hope is nurtured by other different ways. And also when you go for the surgery, some of the um, uh, supportive therapies or some of the things which is necessary to really fasten the recovery process come under these integrative therapies. And when you talk about the adjuvant, basically adjuvant therapy, we give some medications or factors which actually boost the recovery or the immunological um, reactions, so that your tumor can your healthy tissues, they can recover much faster, overcoming the tumor progression. And neoadjuvant, there it is also a combination. So it is basically done much before surgery sometimes, because when you do the surgery, you cut out a tissue mass. So to minimize your tissue mass, basically use certain therapies to decrease the mass of the tumor. So these are the therapies which helps basically the neoadjuvant therapies to decrease the mass. Then you go for the surgery, and then you go for the radiation and other as a second strategy in the treatment process. Coming to the development of cancer therapy, believe me, you pull out any pharmaceutical companies across the globe, they have a pipeline of at least one or at least a few molecules in their basket targeting to the cancer, different type of cancer. So in that sense, almost 31% of the approved drugs, since there are a lot of effort going in designing novel therapies, definitely more clinical trial and more applications, which ultimately ending in more approved drugs, better therapies. So 31% of the approved drugs are basically catering to the cancer, and rest other for rest of the diseases. What are the bottleneck? What are the major challenges? What existing? I got this nice one, nice slide I have just pasted over there. So basically, if you look at the intervention strategies, it could be oral, intravenous, and subcutaneous. That is the traditional way of treating most of the cancer. So oral, we know as part of the different pharmaceuticals, oral drugs are best because it's easy to really give to the patient, and patients are also happy most of the times to take a oral drug. When you go to the other route of administration, always there is a hesitation and less compliance. That everybody, it's not only for the cancer drug, for all the drugs. So there the major challenge is actually the bioavailability, because most of the compound what we synthesize that may not available on the site where it is needed, and the concentration which is effective enough to cure it. That is not only for cancer drugs, for all drugs, and that's true over here too. Then decreasing enzymatic degradation. So when you are giving the drug, so a lot of other mechanisms are associated, and sometimes it degrades the. So that's why people that are trying to adopt different formulations, and such formulations sometimes overcome some of these enzymatic degradation or site-specific release to have a better bioavailability. That's about the oral drugs. If you talk about the intravenous drugs, improving distribution is a challenge, and limiting its side effect, because as you go to the intravenous or subcutaneous, your delivery become faster, reaching to the site become faster, but it also bring lot of side effect and non-specific targeting as well. So all these three varieties, what is the subcutaneous, intravenous, and oral, they come with the baggage that they are not that specific. They also target the non-specific tissues. Small molecules now are improving gradually to make it a target specific, because now people, I'll come later. Just to talk briefly, chemotherapy is a very generalized therapy. It kills in a wider area, wider tissues, which are replicating. If the tissue is not replicating faster, then your chemo may not be that effective. So these are the limitations what sometimes come. Now come to the new generation of therapies. So I have put these circles and with the numbers that suggest this many companies are associated, or centers associated in this part of the world. If you look at the US and the associated areas, almost 344 labs or institutes that are associated with having these type of therapies. Similarly, if you look at the China and those areas, it's almost 203 centers they are working on those novel therapeutics. Then coming to the different type, so that may partially answer why the cancer progression is very steady, and still it is continuing, though the overall projection that the number will increase. So we have the different type of therapies which are adopted, or the strategies which are adopted. We know about the radiation therapy and pathomic therapies. Depending on the different pathologies we target, how to tackle the disease. Similarly, we have the nanomedicine. Then we have natural antioxidants. These comes in the so-called the palliative or integrative therapies. Then we have thermal ablation or magnetic hyperthermia. Here you are injecting a chemical molecule which is sensitive to the light or a particular spectrum of energy which is transformed, and then that kills wherever it is located with a particular concentration. So basically you inject the molecule, it is localized in the cancer, then you put the beam of light and make it in such a way so that it absorb the energy and burn out those cells where it is accumulated to the maximum amount. So then comes the new set of therapeutic strategies, that is immunotherapy, that is another targeted, and cell therapy. So when we are talking about immune therapy, it's basically exploiting the host immune system to give a therapeutic outcome. Depending on if you'll see in a tabular form on the right hand side, so most of these strategies, they have got a really acceleration in the last, if you look at from 2017 to today, in last 5 years. So it has really accelerated, and in different fashions, because more technologies are available, more methods how we can specifically target is now available to each sphere of these intervention strategies. So when I'm talking about all those immunologies, I thought maybe I'll go to a little basic and start with what this immunology means. So when I'm talking about all those immunologies or any therapeutic intervention, the thumb rule is there are different opinions, but most of the people, they adopt just like they target the effector cells, which is at the bottom where you want the effect need to be executed. So similar when I'm talking about that, the bottom, so that means suppose we know a particular cell is affected, in that particular cell a protein is misformed, always we try to really target that protein so that it can produce a targeted effect with less adverse reactions. There are thought where also people they target it more broader, more wider area of the cell or in the system, just like targeting a pathway. So there they intentionally aware about the trade-off that if you involve a bigger system, there are although the outcome will be good, but also it will bring the baggage of adverse effect and other complications. So when I talk about these blood cells, so there where the cancer is mostly targeted, because it is easy to intervene in the sense, because if you manipulate those type of cells, particularly when we talk about the blood, it is we are targeting the plasma cells or lymphoid cells or lymphoblasts. So how they get differentiated or generated in the body, basically we know about the blood stem cells. They differentiated into two major categories. One is myeloid stem cells, which produce all your blood cells, what you found in the bloodstream. And the other is the lymphoid stem cells. Those are also found in blood, but also get allocated into different tissues as well. So when I'm putting this in a perspective, just like we have blood cancer and also cancer in other tissues, those are called the solid tumors. So solid tumors are easy to get targeted through your lymphoblasts. But it is not only the solid tumors. Most of the hematological cancers are also targeted through your lymphocytes. But their differentiation and generation follow this pattern. So from the myeloid cell, you have then erythrocytes, myoblasts, and platelets. From the myoblast, you have your basophil, neutrophil, eosinophil, and monocytes, which are the called the granulocytes, and the other there are agranulocytes, which come from the lymphoblastic lineages. So there is another dimension which we need to also remember. I thought I should highlight that. We most often heard about the adaptive immunity and innate immunity. So this is the functionality of the entire immune system. So innate immunity basically is the first line of defense mechanism, which are not only associated with in terms of blood cells. There are other factors are also associated, including your skin, your mucous secretion, your body temperature. All those are part of your innate immunity, which is not specific. It is random, generalized, but this is the first spectrum of reactions mediated through your immune system to minimize the infection or even to any damage to the tissue, including tumor. And similarly, you have the adaptive immunity. Just like now we are very much aware about the corona pandemic. You take the vaccine. When you take the vaccine, so that's actually get its functionality through your adaptive immunity, because you immunize against a particular antigen in terms of your plasma cell get activated, secrete antibodies. That antibodies are ready to really take care of the viruses. In the similar fashion, it works for other diseases, including the cancer. Then come to very briefly about the difference, what I have been talking till now. In the traditional treatment strategies to the cancer, you have many ways, including your you have surgery, you have chemo, you have radiation, where this side effect is definitely pretty huge. Now, at every level, people are trying to minimize this side effect by adopting better formulations, better radiation equipments, so that the general tissue damage can be minimized to minimize the side effect. And there is also it gives protection, but not to that extent what one would imagine. Then you come to the cancer immunotherapies. Definitely it is very targeted. It kills only the populations, but it has its own limitations, just like almost all cancer cells doesn't respond even in a particular cancer type, a characterized cancer type. It is not always 100%. It is only a fraction of those characterized cancers get some relief through this therapy, but it is specific. That's what it minimizes the side effect, but definitely it gives a much better post-treatment protection. So I touched up again. I think it is a reiteration just to recapitulate and remember what I have been talking about. When you talk about the chemo and small molecule, when I'm talking about small molecule, because we have now a lot of inhibitors, lot of molecule uh, which are going to intervene a particular pathway, which are basically minimize the cancer growth. it minimizes your, wherever there is a cancer, the blood supply grows and it grows faster. So to prevent those angiogenesis or growing of the blood vessels, so we use chemical molecules to, like a pill or like an injection, to get some therapeutic intervention in those category. Those, I mean, small molecules. Chemos, again, it's a molecule. Small molecule, it is little bit more targeted. But both of them, they have the limitations of cancer versus the normal tissues. So specificity, in terms of specificity, then they have significant adverse effect. And particularly the chemos, it will not work if the cancer is not growing faster. Because that mostly get intercalated in your replication and cell growth mechanism. If cell is growing very slowly, then sometimes your chemo become ineffective. So that's actually gave rise to next series of intervention there, where people, they're talking about targeting, specific targeting, reducing the side effect, and for that they start identifying molecular targets and receptors on the cell, which can be taken care in subsequent series of therapies. So there comes the immunotherapy. So it's immunotherapy. Basically, there are a couple of molecules common to our immune system are manipulated as therapy. So those are just we know those are antibodies. It could be cytokines. It is another protein which is secreted by the immune system. And also all these actually, they facilitate, or they make our antigen presenting cells more efficient to really recognize or produce a action against the foreign molecule, even the cancer receptors. Couple of strategies they are used: cytokine, hormone, molecular agonist, that is come from the category of it could be a protein or it could be a small molecule. Protein, I mean, it could be a peptide. Then metabolic inhibitors, definitely it should be a small molecule. Then oncolytic virus, these are the viruses, they grow and in terms they kill this cell, and here you introduce a selectivity so that they can grow in the grow and target in the only the cancer cells. Then comes the antibody drug conjugate. So we know or familiar about the antibodies. So here different companies or researchers, they attached a payload with that antibody. They did a manipulation. They conjugated using a chemical linker a toxic payload, a substance which otherwise very toxic to the tissue. They are delivered selectively only to the cancer cell. Think about a botulinum toxin, which is otherwise very dangerous to consume or inject into the system. If that selectively get tagged to an antibody, that antibody in turn get attached to the cancer cell, and that toxin was delivered selectively only to those cancer cells, that produces a much selective therapeutic effect than taking the botulinum toxin in general. So that strategy was executed or is now being executed through antibody drug conjugate. Similarly, it's not only protein, just like when I'm talking about a toxin, also a chemical molecule can be attached selective to the antibody to target a type of cancer. Then comes the vaccine. Just like it's not only vaccine against virus, what we have been hearing for corona. So there are also people they're working on to have a vaccine against the cancer. So in that case, they identified a selective molecule or protein which exclusively get expressed in cancer. They inject it to have our immune cells develop the memory against those surface antigen of the cancer. So once those surface antigen is expressed, immune system recognize it as cancer, start developing antibodies, and basically barcode those immune cells for targeting by the other immunological mediators. When I'm talking about the other immunological mediators, it is those cytokines or interleukins or other necrosis factors or the enzymes which will go and target those cancer cells and force them to die itself and get eliminated from the body. So here, all the time when we talk about the antibody basically does the role of barcoding the tissues or agents which we want to eliminate from the system. So now the same antibody is tagged with other mechanism to potentiate our immune cell to release more factors, which is those factors, so that those factors go and kill the cancer cells. That is designed through our cell therapy or CAR-T cell therapy. So types of immunotherapy, they fall into major three categories. It could be cell-based, monoclonal antibody-based, or cytokine-based. Now moving to the next, we are going to talk about the targeted therapy, which could be a receptor or could be a specific protein. So how does that immune response work? So immune response means we know we have macrophages. That is a lineage of our blood cell, myeloid cells. So those macrophages are a first line of mechanism which chop down any invading factors or even the cancer tissues and identify as a antigen and present that antigen to our T cells, that is a lymphoblastic cell. So T cell is the key cell in the bloodstream or in our immune system, which basically does the major decision-making jobs when, how, and where these agents need to be killed or eliminated from the system. So once it is presented, this antigen is presented, this T cell recognize it as foreign, then it sends couple of signal to other T cells to proliferate or get activated and then proliferate to actually tackle depending on the load of the foreign tissues or organism we have in the particular area. So those factors which release it to communicate to other cells, other T cells or other attacking cells is basically cytokines. So these cytokines are again the secretory proteins which get secreted through a signal, and that actually perform two type of job. It sends also signal to proliferate, get more T cells, and those T cells in turn, once it is proliferate, they secrete also cytokine to trigger other type of cells, which in turn make penetrate into those infected cells, make them or force them to die through apoptosis or through other means. On the right hand side, I have described, I am not going too deep into that. These are different mechanism how those killing mechanism or elimination mechanism is executed. So those processes are executed through signatures which is present at a different part of those antibodies. So those part when get engaged with other complex that actually produce the differentiation. Think about a mechanism when a particular node is activated, it does a particular function. When three nodes are get activated, it does a completely different set of functions. So depending on how many nodes are involved, how many molecules are involved, and how what is the nature of the complex, a different activity is performed. So basically I'm talking about it's so dynamic, so that can be manipulated by putting different reagents, different factors, and different molecules. This is basically describing how the T cell functions. So basically it get engaged to a particular receptor. Depending on the engagement, it triggers certain signals, and once those signals are generated, those basically decides or force the cell to die and get eliminated from the system. So when it's the same thing when virus invade, just like cancer, foreign organisms are also eliminated in the similar fashion. So once virus enter into the cell, this infected cell express certain proteins on the surface. Those proteins are recognized by the T cell, send a signal in terms of cytokine to activate more T cells. Then those more T cells or the T cells release the factor triggering the death of the cells, and those dead cells are phagocytosed and get eliminated from the system. Few years back, there came a twist. So the twist was, it was observed there are a lot of cancer cells. They make, as soon as a T cell recognizes that it is cancer, simultaneously the cancer develop a mechanism which deactivate or reduce the potency of the T cells or the approached T cells. So that in turn what happened, though those cancer cells are invaded with lot of lymphocytes, which otherwise one would imagine once a lymphocyte is there in the vicinity, it should have taken care of the cancer, but instead of taking care of the cancer, those lymphocytes start growing inside the cancer cell, and literally they become they become just like inactive lymphocytes. They could not function the way they're supposed to. That observation forced a lot of people to think what might have been happening over here. Why the T cells are still growing inside the cancer cell, but they are not killing the way it was supposed to. Then they realize there is, for each receptor, there is a ligand. It's like a key, lock and key. So these cancer cells are clever enough to produce certain ligand which engage the receptors of the tumor cell and prevent it to send the signal. So this thing was overcome when the ligand was blocked by a suitable antibody. So just like imagine there is a this ligand produces that extra space where the other thing could not come to the vicinity to trigger or release the cytokines which is necessary. So once those ligand is blocked, then the same lymphocytes get activated and perform the function as it is. So that theory and that discovery gave us a Nobel Prize in 2018. So the molecule of like that PD1, what I certainly depicted in previous slide, and there is another molecule CTLA4. It is again another surface molecule protein. So if you prevent these two molecules in the system by using a specific antibody, imagine this PD1 and CTLA1, they are very much natural to the system. But those ligand, just like if I designate that PD1L, L stand for ligand, that is manufactured by the cancer cell to prevent PD1 function. So if you block PD1L, then again your lymphocytes start functioning. So these two gentlemen, they got the Nobel Prize for this discovery. So imagine it is a 20 to 25 years work, which gave us a completely different dimension, different strategy, how to tackle the cancer. So when we study or understand about the work, their mechanism was checkpoint inhibitors. Basically, so this was checking the inhibition. So that at the particular checkpoint, if you abolish that, then again they become functional and start working. So now comes to the cancer gene or cell therapy. When we talk about the gene, we introduce a gene in a cell. In that, when we choose that gene which is either defective or we want to disable a particular gene which is overexpressed in a system. So you deliver that gene through different ways. The most favorable way of delivering a gene is through viruses. So you design very docile or which are safe viruses by manipulating their genome, introducing a DNA which is helpful for having therapeutic efficacy for the cancer, and grow them in the lab, purify them, make them safer to use in the system. Then it was injected to the patient to produce the therapeutic effect, that the gene therapy. And when you talk about the cell therapy, so basically here you, in terms of it is not limited to a gene, rather you are taking a entire cell, manipulating that cell in different way, just like you can subject to a factor so that it acquires certain activities, or a particular type of cell having the fighting mechanism to the cancer grow in enough population or in larger population, purify them and inject back to the system to do the job. Or you introduce some factors in those cells, grow them more, and again inject to the patient to have the efficacy. So recently you might have heard about a term, they call it CAR-T. CAR stand for chimeric antigen receptor T cells. So this chimeric antigen, if you recollect, earlier I was talking about only the antibody which expressed at the surface to recognize or give a recognition or barcode a particular type of cell which need to be targeted. That antibody is really added with few more factors to make it a bigger protein when it is termed as CAR. How it is made bigger and more effective? They added few more protein sequences which provides the signature to do not only the recognition but also trigger a signal to release certain factors like cytokine to do the killing job as well. Earlier, the killing job was done by somebody else, recognition was done by somebody else. Now, both of the things are brought to one cell, so that a single cell which is which was manipulated, and again put back into the system, do both the jobs to recognize and kill the cancer cell more effectively. The mechanism of action I already described briefly. Basically, you isolate the T cells, manipulate the gene what you want to introduce or integrate into the T cell through a virus, put into the cell to ascertain that that particular antibody is expressed in the particular fashion what you intend to have, do the job in terms of secreting the mediators the way you want, to the level you want, and then put back the manipulated cell into the system to target the cancer and kill the cancer. Total mechanism, if broadly I will describe, there are you can say 4 steps. One is isolation, then you do the activation, expansion, and reinfusion. Isolation and reinfusion, it's very straightforward to understand. Isolation, you isolate from the patient directly. Infuse, you put back directly into the patient. The other 2 steps, activation and expansion, it is performed ex vivo. That means it is performed in the manufacturing setting or on the lab with proper care and conditions. Elaborate further. So basically, you remove the T cells from the patient. The term mostly called apheresis. Basically, you only take out the white blood cells, leave back the RBC and other cellular factors in the system. Out of those T cells, you further purify only the lymphocytes you want to manipulate, depending on their surface markers. So then you introduce a gene, that is the CAR, which is designed and developed outside in the lab through a virus. So then you further amplify those CAR-T harboring T cells to grow more. So once they reach a particular population, again you subject to a formulation, freeze them, send it back to the hospital where it will be infused back to the patient. So once it is infused back, we hope that it should work in this fashion, just like the CAR-T cell, which was manipulated earlier on a manufacturing setup, should grow favorably in the body. And once it will grow, it should express the particular antibody on the surface to detect the cancer cells specifically, and then do the job of killing those cancer cells in a very targeted fashion. When we develop or design such therapeutic strategies, it's not only the therapy in terms of CAR T cells, which need to be good, but also we need to have a set of and expertise to tackle some of the adverse effect what it could generate once it is infused back into the patient. So there are 2 types of adverse effect. One is cytokine release syndrome. So I have put together all those possible symptoms what are categorized under cytokine release syndrome. The other is neurotoxicity. So cytokine release syndrome is very immediate. Within few days it develop. So that need to be controlled by standardizing how many cells, how well it is responding. So when you develop the cytokine release syndrome, in a sense, it is good to indicate that your therapy is working. It is activating the T cells. So once it will activate the T cells, it will release those cytokines. Cytokines are mediator to kill the cancer. It's a good sign, but simultaneously it should not lead to the shock and death of the patients. That need to be addressed. When you talk about neurotoxicity, it basically there are couple of neurological symptoms develop, including hydrocephaly and accumulation of water in the brain. But good part is all those are reversible. Those are controllable. It doesn't damage forever. So that's about the therapy and how to address the complications which are associated with that. So another good news, at least there are few molecules which is already there in the market starting from 2017 till now, and most of those molecules, they are targeting to your hematological cancers so far. Um, then comes a line of caution, what I already described. So when you talk about the benefits, when most of the other treatments failed, your immunotherapy works. Most striking example is your skin cancers. Neither your radiation work nor the other therapeutic interventions work in this case. But your immunological or immunotherapy at least show greater promise in this set of cancers. This is just example, but immunological therapy or immunotherapies, they work in other cancers in equally good. They are more specific, effective, and produce lesser adverse effect. When we talk about a cancer patient, they are already under tremendous stress. They have been suffering many ways, discomforting their life. So we don't want to add another level of discomfort by providing a therapy or a small molecule, which is again add to their discomfort. The immunotherapies are safer, and also they can work with other therapies without any problem. So that is the biggest advantage what they possesses. And by introducing immunotherapy, basically we are introducing a more surveillance and more specific targeting of the cancer cell, which otherwise get missed by other interventions, be it surgery, radiotherapy, and other small molecule therapy. It comes with its own risks. The itchiness, swelling, redness, or at the site of medication. It may harm organs and system. Always, we should not think that it will be a quick fix. Just like you give the medication, it should work instantaneously. Some patient may not respond and may develop resistance, because if you realize all we are talking throughout is your immunological system, so that means all activity need to be performed through the patient's immunity or immune cells. So if they are weak as a individual, so it may not trigger the receptive mechanism which we intend to accelerate or produce through our therapies. So in that case, be it an antibody or cell therapy, they may not grow and produce the effect the way we expect. So in that case, it may fail. The take home or carry takeaway message will be: success rate of treatments depend on individual factor, cancer type, and stages. Immunotherapy opens possibility of novel intervention beyond chemo, radiation, and surgery. Better specificity of immunotherapy produce less adverse effect and can be used with other therapies in a synergistic fashion. it can produce durable response. And still, I want to put the caution. The success is ascertained is somewhere around 25 to 30%. What that mean? If a cancer is categorized or typed with even the best markers available or best diagnostic or genetic diagnostic tools available, only 30% of genetically characterized patients they get cured through these intervention strategies. Still, we don't have a very concrete answer to the rest of the 70%. But the good news is if from those 30%, if we increase to 35%, 5% increase, that account a huge population of the patients which will get benefited through that. And that's exactly what people now are trying, not to use only one therapeutic molecular strategy, but use a combination. Effective across a wide variety of cancers, and cell therapy is a success in most of the difficult hematological cancers. That's why I think it's being aggressively target those type of cancer, because it's easy to target and get some meaningful answer out of that. So once we'll get those answers, that can be implemented to other cancers, including the solid tumors. With this, I think I thank everybody for your attention, and I'm now open for your suggestions and questions. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, most of us are from non-biology background. So
Again.
can you please again just go back to slide number 16 and explain in layman's language, our language, once again? Is it possible?
Sure.
Slide number 16. Particularly from the cell and the T cells, just to
I'll
functions in
I think
Hindi.
I should have
In
opened
Hindi,
it.
sir.
Yeah, I'll come again.
Hindi or English? Hey, Odia.
16.
Page, slide number 16. Hindi and Hindi or
That's the
Odia.
immune response.
Right, sir.
Is it there? Can you see this slide?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So I have put it in a broader way.
Sir, Hindi or Odia, sir?
ओडिया रे अच्छा मु एटा गोटे गोटे ब्रॉड टर्म रे मु ए स्लाइड टा रखी छी जोथरे व्हेन मु कहू जेता ब्रॉड सेते बेले आई एम माने कैंसर टा को गोटे फॉरेन एंटीजन भलिया मु ट्रीट करछी ओके सेटा फॉरेन एंटीजन हो कि आपनकर बैक्टीरिया वायरस हो सो व्हेन बैक्टीरिया वायरस या फॉरेन एंटीजन जेतले आपनकर सिस्टम रे रहिला सो आमर बॉडी सिस्टम ट्राई करे ताको चॉप आउट करके स्मॉल स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल बनाया पे टू डाइजेस्ट इट सो ताको जेतले से डाइजेस्ट करके स्मॉल स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल करे some and most of the that entire organism in a small fashion say represent taku pose to the immune system to develop or to गोटे सिस्टम जनरेट करिया पे चेष्टा करे जा द्वारा कि जदि फ्यूचर अकरेंस हुए सेटा को से इजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर परियो सो बेसिकली से स्मॉल स्मॉल फ्रैगमेंट करी कि ट्राई टू रिमेंबर इट एज ए लाइब्रेरी से लाइब्रेरी से सिग्नेचर को स्टोर करिया पे चेष्टा करे फॉर इट्स फ्यूचर एप्लीकेशन और टारगेटिंग से जो लाइब्रेरी बनैबार प्रथम ड्यूटी रही थाए मैक्रोफेज कौन करे ना छोटे छोटे टुकड़ा को नहीं कि ताकू पोज करे टू इम्यून सेल्स टू रिकॉग्नाइज सेठी इम्यून सेल जता मैं कहूची इट कुड बी प्लाज्मा सेल और इट कुड बी द टी टी सेल जतले ताको रिकॉग्नाइज करिवो टी सेल जतले ताको रिकॉग्नाइज करी कि फॉरेन बोली ताको कहे so that's basically it stays in that memory जदि सेटा फॉरेन सेल बोली टी सेल ताको रिकॉग्नाइज कला ता अर्थ टी सेल पाखरे ऑलरेडी ये इंफॉर्मेशन थी अछि सेटा रिकॉग्नाइज कला परे तार सब्सिक्वेंट मेकानिज्म टी सेल रो से स्टार्ट कर दिए से केते गुरे फैक्टर रिलीज करिवो जोटा कि अन्य टी सेल को से एरिया को इनवाइट करिवो एंड प्रोलिफरेट करिवो मोर नंबर बनेवा अर्थ मोर साइटोकाइन दैट इज द किलिंग जिनसटा जोटा कि से रिलीज करिवो सो वंस से किलिंग फैक्टर से रिलीज हैला अगेन दे विल गो बैक आइडेंटिफाई से फॉरेन एंटीजन की कैंसर सेल जोटा सिस्टम रे अछि एंड ट्राई टू किल इट and kill hela por again they will be eliminated through the same macrophages what it presented in the first place so that is the vicious cycle how it runs in the system how taku sei vicious cycle re amar sabu जो इन्वेडिंग ऑर्गेनिज्म किमा कैंसर को कंट्रोल करके रखिया पे चेष्टा करा जाय अंडरस्टूड
हाँ सर थैंक यू सर गोटे मझे गोटे डिस्कशन से आसूला जे इफ यू फास्टिंग करिवे आपण बॉडी विल स्टार्ट ईटिंग लिवर रे डिकम्पोजिशन एंड सेपरेशन ऑफ दिस इन्फेक्टेड सेल्स विल बी मोर इफेक्टिव एटा सत कथा की
राइट बिकॉज आपण जदी से एनालॉजी टा को ए टी सेल रो एनालॉजी सहित सुपर इंपोज करिवे दार कंक्लूजन इज द सेम सो बेसिकली मु जो प्रथम स्लाइड रे कहली हाउ द कांसेप्ट एठी स्टार्ट हैला जे से कोन कले ना हमर इम्यून सिस्टम को ट्रिगर करिया पे गोटे बैक्टीरिया एक्सट्रैक्ट को प्रथमे इंजेक्ट करा हेतिला दैट इज इन 90s और मे बी लेटर पार्ट ऑफ 1896 or 1856. Cole is the scientist who first did that. That concept never get verified. Basically, से कौन करिथिला ना गोटे बैक्टीरिया को इंजेक्ट करिथिला बॉडी रे तार ऑब्जेक्टिव थिला जे बैक्टीरिया को इंजेक्ट कल कोन होबो ना आपनकर इम्यून सेल जो इम्यून सिस्टम इट विल गेट एक्साइटेड and it will start releasing the factors which in turn will eat away the organism which will invading into. So आपण फास्टिंग कले कोन होची ना सही एग्जैक्टली आपण यू आर गिविंग आर्टिफिशियल ट्रिगर और स्ट्रेस टू द बॉडी स्ट्रेस देला माने बहुत उरे स्ट्रेस फैक्टर रही छी इंक्लूडिंग द साइटोकाइन्स एंड टी सेल दे ट्रिगर योर इम्यून सिस्टम कि बॉडी इज स्ट्रेस लेट अस रिलीज and some of those released factors in turn which is otherwise at basal level they go up and trigger the removing action or cleaning action.
Thank you, sir. Sarojini madam has raised her hand. She wants to ask something. Sarojini madam, please.
sir namaskar ete sundar this presentation ta thila मोर गोटे पचार थिला जनरली कहती एडवांस स्टेज ऑफ कैंसर रे कोनोसी ट्रीटमेंट नाही बोली की लेमन जोटा कांसेप्ट हमर
आगे
तेनु एई केस रे इम्यूनोथेरापी इफेक्टिव हबो की
आगे सो इम्यूनोथेरापी इज गिविंग दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी नाउ हमन बर्तन जोटा कहतले जे किछि नाही बेसिकली इम्यूनोथेरापी रे दे हैव आल्सो प्रायोरिटाइज द यंगर पॉपुलेशन एथिपे करूछंती कारण यंगर पॉपुलेशन आर मोर इम्यूनोलॉजिकली एक्टिव तन ताको देर जदी आमे आउट के सेमानकर किछि सेल को आमे एक्टिवेट करिया पे चेष्टा करिवा ताले सेमानकर रिस्पांस बेटर रहइबो आउटकम बेटर रहइबो तनु इवन यंगर पॉपुलेशन एंड डेफिनेटली आपण जेमति कहिले जो लास्ट स्टेज कैंसर जोरा कि अन्य कोनोसी थेरापी को रिस्पोंड करूनी वर्तमान या द्वारा टारगेट करा होची एथरे मु आहुरी ऐड करिवि मु बहुत सटल वे रे कहिथिली बट बर्तन आई थिंक ताको एलाबोरेट करि परिबी मु कहिथिले गोटे स्लाइड रे थिला जे एंटीबॉडी कंजुगेट्स माने खाली बर्तन प्रथमे केवल एंटीबॉडी रे ट्रीटमेंट आरंभ हैला वर्तमान एंटीबॉडी को एमिति डिजाइन करा जाउची जो जा द्वारा कि दीटा सेल को कि मल्टीपल सेल को से पाखु को आनी परिबो सो दैट द इफेक्टिवनेस कैन बी बेटर सो दैट मीन्स आमे कोन करूछु ना जो आगुरु गोटे कैंसर को गोटे टाइप किंबा गोटे टाइप ऑफ थेरापी रे जो टार्गेट करा होतला सो नाउ वी आर टार्गेटिंग बाय यूजिंग very selective but multiple therapies through this same molecule सेही एंटीबॉडी रे आमे रेडियो आइसोटोप भी टैग करा ही पारुची टॉक्सिक केमिकल भी टैग करा जाय पारुची एंड आल्सो टॉक्सिन भी टैग करा जाउची ता द्वारा कोन हबो ना जो सेल ता अदरवाइज बंची जाउथिला अन्य थेरापी एंड आपनकर कैंसर जो रिलैप्स करूथिला so the relapse can be minimized so it can be curable so that one now become multiple hit so that जो कैंसर टा बंची जाउतला सेटा को हमें एलिमिनेट करा जाय
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Smita Mahapatra, madam, she wants to ask a question. Madam.
प्रबोध सर नमस्ते खूब सुंदर भाव आमर डाउट सब क्लियर कले आ गोटे कथा सर पचारिबी केमोथेरापी सहित आमर बाल झड़ीबार संपर्कटा कोन कहिबे
मु सेते सिलेक्टिवली मु कहि परिबिनी किंतु डेफिनेटली केमोथेरापी केवल बाल झड़ीवा नुह एटा बहुत जनरलाइज्ड वे रे बहुत गुरे जिंस को स्टॉप करे ओके both the way one of the thing which is directly I can correlate आपनकर जो बाल जो ग्रो होउची तार it's very fast and every as you breathe your hair grows okay आउ केमोथेरापी रो मेजर एक्टिविटी होउची जो सेल गुरा फास्टर ग्रो करंती ताकू ये स्टॉप करे ताकू इमीडिएटली अटैक करे ओके केवल बाल झड़ीबा नुह इवन आल्सो आपण सुनिथिबे दे आल्सो रेकमेंड कि आपनकर जो fertility is also get affected very badly because those cells they grow faster as you breathe as you every second so जो cell गुरा faster grow हुए ताकू in a very generalized fashion chemotherapy बंद करे तेणु that could be the major reason why
आज्ञा आज्ञा धन्यवाद सर बहुत भल लागिला सेशन
आगे
Madam, she raise करचंती hand. Please ask your question.
सर आमे एपर्यंत जानिथिलु जे कैंसर टा हेरिटेड डिजीज बोली किंतु आपण फास्ट रे कहिले आपन स्लाइड रे थिला जे इट इज नॉट हेरिडिटरी सेटा क्लैरिफाई करन सर
ना ना इट्स नॉट हेरिडिटरी इट्स कैंसर इज ऑलवेज स्पोंटेनियस
सर हम नियर बाय रे जने कैंसर पेशेंट जने तांकर मा चाली गले ब्रेस्ट कैंसर रे तांकर तीन झियों को कुहा गला टेस्ट करिया पई कहले आपण माने भी अफेक्टेड हेबे डॉक्टर तांको एडवाइस कले
सेटा एथि जगु से करिथिबे आपण देखंतु मु जते कहूची जे डीएनए चेंजेस गेट अक्युमुलेटेड
आज्ञा
ओके जदी माने इन अनफॉर्चुनेट केस some of those DNA changes get integrated into your germ line माने मु कहूची आपनकर ओवम एंड स्पर्म ता देहरे जदी इंटीग्रेट हे गला then it will become hereditary but it is rare to rare cases
सर धन्यवाद सर
spontaneous एथि जो मु कहूची because it is spontaneous again in a rare to rare case गोटे म्यूटेशन टा जोटा आपनकर ब्रेस्ट कैंसर सहित लिंक सेटा ओवम सहित लिंक है कि किबा एक्स या वाई क्रोमोसोम सहित लिंक है कि रहिबा एंड गेट ट्रांसमिटेड दैट बिकम आल्सो ए स्पोंटेनियस वेरी स्पोंटेनियस रेयर टू रेयर केसेस
आज्ञा सर आ गोटे क्वेश्चन
आज्ञा
जे एमती जने साधारण मनीष से केमती जानि परिबो जे तार कैंसर ग्रोथ होउची एमी तो आमी जानि छे जे तार सब बिहेवियर चेंज हो माने टॉयलेट अभ्यास ए सब चेंज होबो कोहा जाय किंतु हमरा बिना टेस्ट रे केमती जानिबा बा कोन को टेस्ट करिबा
मैडम सेटा तो जोटा डेफिनेटली आपनकर जते फंक्शनल प्रॉब्लम आसुची से ता अर्थ कैंसर बहुत आगु को बढ़लानी से टाइम
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ओके बेसिक जिंस मु मोर निज एग्जांपल माने हमर जो अछंती रिलेटिव ताको केस रूम कहिबी इवन केवल दांत उपड़िया को जाई कि जेता बेले से देखले जे तांकर देयर इज ए piece of muscle which was supposed to reduce within 2 days जदि reduce न होला ता अर्थ there is a abnormality तेणु आपन को डाउट करिया को पड़िबो माने मु अन्य उपाय रे कहिया को चाहूची मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स हमें इग्नोर करे जेटा बहुत सिंपल जिंसटा हे जिवो सो लेट अस डोंट इग्नोर इट ओके simultaneously it is not necessary that सब जिंस हमें जतल टेस्ट करिया को जाउचे it will be cancer but let us rule it out यार एथि जो मु एडवोकेट करूची आई थिंक मैडम प्रथम कहउतले जे हाउ विल स्प्रेड दैट अवेयरनेस दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ दैट अवेयरनेस लेट अस टेक आउट दैट साइको just like that fear factor from our mind let us give credit कि अति कम रे हम पाखरे वर्तमान there are so many diagnostics or diagnostic system available आज यदि आपण अर्ली डिटेक्शन करिवे सक्सेस इज डेफिनेटली मच बेटर
बहुत सुंदर एक्सप्रेशन हला सर बहुत बढ़िया बुझेले आ वी आर थैंकफुल सर अगेन धन्यवाद सर
थैंक यू मैम
किशोरी मैडम रेज करचंती हैंड मैडम आपन क्वेश्चन
हेलो डॉक्टर आई एम डॉक्टर किशोरी दास फ्रॉम राउरकेला
सर
आ मोर गोटे डाउट अछि जे वेदर कैंसर रा गोटे मिथ उपरे जे कैंसर पेशेंट माने सुगर खाइबा कथा नुहे वेदर इट इज ए मिथ और रियलिटी फर्स्ट थिंग एंड अनदर थिंग
अगेन
3 years back we organized a cancer workshop in Aurobindo Yoga Mandir where Nalini Pati from Australia he was present
अगेन
and he was talking about the hereditary factor of cancer that cancer is a hereditary one specifically in case of gynec problems whether it is true or false सेटा तो आपण से सुनी सारलिनी
अगेन
in future I would like to discuss you in this matter in details किंतु ए जो सुगर कथाटा सेटा मिथ ना रियलिटी से जानिबा दरकार मोर
मैम ताको मिथ एथि जोगु से माने लिंक करिथिबे व्हाट आई कुड प्रिज्यूम बिकॉज़ आपनकर सेल ग्रो जते बेले अधिक हुए देयर इज ए मोर एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट
या
तनु सेमान कहउछन जदि इफ यू कट डाउन द एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट at any step or instantaneous energy requirement probably your growth will be retarded or less but still as a technical man as a scientific man body ro jo glucose requirement kebal glucose ro directly jaini from other source also ase okay
अच्छा
and it is not like that so the definitely the only shred of truth is there so if somewhere your angiogenesis is accelerated that's a bad thing
thank you very much
any further questions
सर मु किसी ऐड करिबी
हाँ
please.
नहीं
I was expecting
no it was very nice presentation actually जो डिस्कशन भी करूतले श्रीनिवास भाई रिगार्डिंग फास्टिंग हमर जो टर्म अछि ऑटोफेजी
yes
आपण जदी सेटा टिके डिस्कशन करिवे सेटा भी बहुत इफेक्टिव हबो
yeah please add yourself you are the scientist from that side
I am not the expert in immunology field but
Yeah.
at least concerning autophagy माने सेटा होची सेल्फ इटिंग जन होची जोटा हम माने इवन बॉडी रे सेटा होची नॉर्मली जेतबे कोनोसी सेल डैमेज होची किंबा मेटाबॉलिक रेट जदी चेंज हे जाउची हम बॉडी ट्रिगर करे गोटे मेकानिज्म जोटा पाई कि माने से सेलटा डिस्ट्रॉय होबो इवन कैंसर सेल भी बर्तन माने चलची स्पेसिफिक माने स्ट्रेटजी से माने ये करूछंती जोथि कि हमें ऑटोफेज ट्रिगर करि परिबा जोथि कैंसर सेल ही डिस्ट्रॉय हे परिबो आउ गोटे क्वेश्चन थिला मोर आपन पई आपन
आज्ञा।
जो माने डिस्कशन करले कार्टी इवन कार एनके वर्तमान आसिलेनी
Yes.
मोस्टली कार्टी माने इट हैज बीन डायरेक्टेड अगेंस्ट hematological tumors
Yes.
किंतु इन सॉलिड ट्यूमर केस माने वर्तमान कार एनके भी अनुचंती पिक्चर
Right.
मोर ये क्वेश्चन थिला
Hmm.
जेहेतु हमर ट्यूमर रिलैप्स होची मोस्टली कैंसर स्टेम सेल
Mhm.
इथि जो हमें मार्कर पने यूज करूछु
Hmm.
हाउ स्पेसिफिक डू यू थिंक इट कैन इवन टारगेट सीएस कैंसर स्टेम सेल
माने जो मार्कर ऑलरेडी आइडेंटिफाई करूछ कैंसर रे
कारण कैंसर स्टेम सेल हमें तल डिस्कशन करूछु
राइट
माने स्पेसिफिक टू स्पेसिफिक कैंसर सी जो स्टेम सेल तार बायोमार्कर हैज नॉट येट बीन डिसाइडेड और हैव बीन आइडेंटिफाइड सेति पे कारण तार बहुत बड़ा कॉमनलिटी रहउची इवन नॉर्मल स्टेम सेल सहित
राइट
स्पेसिफिक टारगेटिंग करिवा माने व्हाट विल बी द बेटर स्ट्रेटजी और अप्रोच
करेक्ट माने मु एटा कहिबिनी जे लोक ट्राई करू नांती देयर आर टू क्वेश्चंस जोटा के आपण करले इट्स वेरी वेरी क्लियर मु ए जिनसटा को दीटा एंगल रो एड्रेस करूची माने इट्स वेरी वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन दीटा एंगल लेथि जोगु आई एम गोइंग फ्रॉम दिस स्टेज जोठी के ऑलरेडी ए थेरापेटिक मॉलिक्यूल अवेलेबल कंपनी साइड रो final application side. People they are working on the NK cells, but the therapeutic success has not come to that point. Still, it is at the experimental stage. So, आज जो discussion कली जोटा कि molecule already domain रे available लोको सेटा को use करछंती therapy. NK it will take time. There are so many things need to be addressed. Hematological cancer एथि जो quickly नहीं छंती because a lot of things are known. Intervention strategy is very straightforward. They predict that those molecules they can reach to the target site very easily. But solid tumor penetration is the big problem, which people it will take some time to really reach that. Come to the next question कि अन्य receptor को से माने therapeutic application पे use करछंती कि नहीं? They are करछंती. They are already in the process working. टर्मिनल सेल को मैनिपुलेट कले तमरो इजीली हे परिबो बट स्टेम सेल मार्कर जदि तमे नै कि मैनिपुलेट करिवो समटाइम्स इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट अदर लिनिएज सेल्स which is the same lineage other cell types will get addressed so will it target few other cells which we never which we would not thought initially but once you go in the therapy माने कहबा अर्थ जे सिस्टम रे जते बेला आपण इंजेक्शन दे देबे कोन कोन कॉम्प्लिकेशन आसीबो इट्स समटाइम्स बियॉन्ड व्हाट यू हैव प्रेडिक्टेड दैट बिकम वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड समटाइम्स टू हैंडल कारण आपण जते बेले 4 कोटी टंका रे गोटे इंजेक्शन देइ छथि जनको सो ही एक्सपेक्ट very good outcome out of it so you have to be very sure answer is seman koruchanti but it will take a while to really pinpoint just like we are talking about target therapy to target it specifically to get a targeted outcome seita je porjanta no haichi I think it will not come to the manufacturing stage mu mostly ajiro talk re which is manufactured which is a reality se jinsa gura mostly touch kali and all those things I think Nivedita we can talk in a more at length
no that's true karano eta hochi even mane question comes to common man
that's true
कैंसर रिलैप्स जो होची कारण हमें टारगेट करूछु जोडा को फास्टली ग्रोइंग सेल्स मोस्ट ऑफ द कीमोथेरापी माने एथि पई फेल करूची जेहेतु से माने टारगेट करछंती मोस्टली रैपिडली ग्रोइंग सेल्स माने जोडा कैंसर किंतु कैंसर स्टेम सेल टा रहूची जो माने ट्यूमर कोर रे हाइपोक्सिक कोर रे क्वाइसेंट स्टेट क्वाइसेंट इन द सेंस माने मो जो अन्य मानको पई कहूची जोटा कि समानकर सब फिजियोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटी रिटेन थाए किंतु सेरा डिवाइड करेनी ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଟ୍ରିଗର ଆସେ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଏଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ଷ୍ଟେମ୍ ସେଲ୍ କିମ୍ବା ନର୍ମାଲ ଷ୍ଟେମ୍ ସେଲ୍ ବି ଯୋଉ ଆମ ବଡିରେ ଅଛି ସେଟା ଡିଭାଇଡ କରେ। ସେଇଟା କଣ ହୁଏ ନା ଯେ ଯୋଉ ଥେରାପ୍ୟୁଟିକ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭେନସନ ହଉଛି ମୋଷ୍ଟଲି ଟାର୍ଗେଟେଡ ଟୁୱାର୍ଡସ୍ ମାନେ ରାପିଡଲି ଡିଭାଇଡିଂ ସେଲ୍ସ, ଯୋଉଥିପାଇଁ ଯୋଉ କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ଷ୍ଟେମ୍ ସେଲ୍ଟା ଏସ୍କେପ୍ କରି ଯାଉଛି ଯେକୌଣସି ଥେରାପ୍ୟୁଟିକ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭେନସନ। ସୋ ଇନ୍ ଦ ଲଙ୍ଗ ରନ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ହାପନିଂ, ସେଇ ଯୋଉ କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ଷ୍ଟେମ୍ ସେଲ୍ ରହୁଛି ସିଏ ପୁଣି ଡିଭାଇଡ କରିବା ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିକି ପୁଣି କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ହଉଛି, ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ରିଲାପ୍ସ ହଉଛି। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଯୋଉ ଟାର୍ଗେଟେଡ ଥେରାପି ମୁଁ ସାର୍ଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରୁଥିଲି, ମାନେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଯୋଉ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭେନସନ ବି ହଉଛି ଇଟ୍ ହାଜ ବିନ୍ କ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ସକ୍ସେସଫୁଲ, ବଟ୍ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଫର୍ଦର ୱାର୍କ ୱିଲ୍ ବି ନିଡେଡ, ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି ଆମେ ଟାର୍ଗେଟ କରିପାରିବା ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ଟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ଷ୍ଟେମ୍ ସେଲ୍, ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି ଆମେ ରିଲାପ୍ସଟାକୁ ବି ମାନେ ରୋକିପାରିବା। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସାର୍ ଯୋଉ କହୁଥିଲେ ଆଡଜୁଭାଣ୍ଟ ଥେରାପି କିମ୍ବା ଇଣ୍ଟିଗ୍ରେଟେଡ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ବି ମାନେ ଏମିତି ବି ଚାଲିଛି ଆଣ୍ଟିଅକ୍ସିଡାଣ୍ଟ କିମ୍ବା ଅଲଗା ଯୋଉ ଫାଇଟୋକେମିକାଲ ବେସ୍ଡ ଆମର ମାନେ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲ ରିସୋର୍ସ ବହୁତ ଅଛି ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ, ସେଇଟା ମାନେ ଆଡଜୁଭାଣ୍ଟ ଥେରାପି ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି ଆମେ ଯଦି କୌଣସି ସେଲ୍ଟାର ଇଭିନ୍ କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ଇଜ କନସିଡର୍ଡ ଆଜ ଏ ମେଟାବୋଲିକ ସିଣ୍ଡ୍ରୋମ। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଯଦି ବହୁତ ମାନେ ହାଇ ରିଚ୍ ଫୁଡ ଖାଇବା, ସେଥିରେ ବି ଯୋଉ ସାର୍ କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଗ୍ଲୁକୋଜ ମେଟାବୋଲିଜିମ୍ ଅଦର ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟର୍ସ ଆର୍ ଇନଭଲ୍ଭ, ଯୋଉଥିପାଇଁ ଯୋଉ ସୁଗାର ଇନଟେକ୍ କଥା ଜଣେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ପଚାରୁଥିଲେ, ସେଇଥିରେ ଯୋଉ ମେଟାବୋଲିକ ରେଟଟାକୁ ଟିକେ ମାନେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କୁହାହଉଛି। ତା ଦ୍ୱାରା ବି ଇଭିନ୍ ଫାଷ୍ଟିଂ ଓ ଟ୍ରିଗର ମାନେ ଅଟୋଫାଜି ଯୋଉଟା ସେଲ୍ ଡେଥ୍, ଆଉ ଯାହା ଦ୍ୱାରା କି ଯୋଉ ମେଟାବୋଲିକ ରେଟଟା କଣ୍ଟ୍ରୋଲ ହେଲେ ବି ଆମର କ୍ୟାନ୍ସର ଟୁ ସମ୍ ଏକ୍ସଟେଣ୍ଟ वी कैन take precautionary or preventive measures not to come to that stage। କିନ୍ତୁ ଯୋଉ targeting cancer stem cell, that is also another area ଯୋଉଟା କି ମାନେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଫୋକସ ରେ ଆସୁଛି, maybe to control relapse, maybe sir ମାନେ can shed more light on this। thank you।
Thank you, Nivedita.
सर मु जस्ट मु जति बुझिली बर्तन टिके समराइज करबी फॉर पीपल लाइक मी हु आर टोटल नोविसेस इन बायोलॉजी।
Please.
ऑटोफेज निनी जोटा रेफर कला सेटा एमती सब मु जति बुझिची जे हमर लिवर रे बॉडी रे जोटा सब सेल गुडा का डेड हुए सेटा कुआडे जाए से सेल गुडा हां ने सेही सेल गुडा को तो लिवर रे आसी की ब्रेक डाउन है की ସେଇଠୁ ଆମର ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ କେମିକାଲ୍ସ ଏନଜାଇମ୍ସ ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିକେଟେଡ ମଲିକ୍ୟୁଲ୍ସ ଯୋଉଗୁଡାକ ସେଟା ବଡିରେ ତିଆରି ହେଇଯାଏ ଆମର ଡେଡ୍ ସେଲ୍ରୁ। ସେଇଟା ଅଟୋଫେଜ ବା ନିଜ ବଡି ନିଜେ ତାକୁ ଖାଇ ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିକି ଯୋଉଟା ଆମର ନିଜର ମାନେ ଔଷଧ ତିଆରି କଲା।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଏଇଟା ତ ମୁଁ ଯେତିକି ବୁଝି ଏଇଟା ଠିକ ତ?
କେବଳ କେବଳ ଲିଭର ସେଲ୍ ନୁହଁ, ଇଟ୍ସ ଗୋଇଂ, ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ ଡାଇନାମିକ ପ୍ରୋସେସ। ଆପଣ ଯଦି ସେ ସ୍ଲାଇଡ ଦେଖିଥିବେ, ଆଇ ଟକ୍ अबाउट द मैक्रोफेज एट द एंड ऑफ द मैक्रोफेज। सो मैक्रोफेज किल करिवो एंड फाइनली सेटा जेतले वंस इट इज डिस्ट्रक्टेड फ्रैगमेंटेड अगेन इट इज इटेन अवे बाय द मैक्रोफेज।
हां हां सर राइट।
सो दैट्स एक्जेक्टली व्हाट she was indicating to।
सेम ऑटोफेज टाको हमें टिके एक्सेलरेट करे कि
हां
जो
लिवर
कैंसर सेल गुडा भी मार दबा।
हां मु अंडरस्टैंड करबी जे लिवर ता आपण एथि चकु नेले बिकॉज़ लिवर इज द मेटाबॉलिक वेयरहाउस फैक्ट्री।
हां
इट्स बेसिकली नॉट ओनली आपनकर सेल जतक ड्रग सब्सटेंस आपण नउछंती एनी केमिकल सब्सटेंस इट्स गेट मेटाबोलाइज्ड इन द लिवर। से बाइल रे extract है कि either it will get excreted through your feces or it in a some fashion it goes to your bloodstream filtered out through your urine, lot of things, and जोटा या द्वारा न जाए then it get accumulated some of the chemical substance, you know, so that's why they prevent those are trace minerals, they should not be used. That's about the external chemical, and similarly the same system upon jaha कहले that's correct, say it's get degraded to at the level of amino acids and those amino acids are again reutilized।
सर थैंक यू। आउ किछि क्वेश्चन अछि ना हमें इठी बोधे नहीं तबे आदित्य हमको मु कहिबी से वोट ऑफ थैंक्स रे देबे।
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes।
Okay. Thank you, sir. So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Prabodh Swain for this very important and very wonderful talk. So thank you so much, sir. And you are And I would like to also thank all our listeners for being connected to us for a very long time, and everybody was very patient. So thank you, everyone. And I would like to mention that we will be dispatching our certificates within the next week, and all of them who have registered, they will receive their certificates in their registered email ID. All the recordings of this entire National Science Week will be available on our YouTube channel. Within the next 1 week, we will be uploading all of them, and you can also view them, and you can also post your questions against the videos also. We'll keep the discussions running. We'll keep the questions coming in, and if there are a lot of questions also, we can also send it to sir, and sir can also reply them. And here I would also like to mention that you can get connected to us over social media also. We also have our website bcmodisha.org. You can all go visit our site and you can see our work there. And if you feel you want to join, you can also opt to be a member with us, and we can get into very serious discussions also. We also have our all Telegram channel and WhatsApp group. You can request us, we can add you there also. And with this, I would like to thank you all once again, and I would like to officially end the talk for today. Thank you all for joining.